Hi everybody, this is Cheyenne. Welcome back to my channel with Sugarmoon. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the astrology and energy update for the twin flame journey at this current point in time. So I'm just going to dive right in. Also, if you want to follow me and keep more updated on me as far as reading wise or just in general, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Everything shall be in the link below, as well as previous videos regarding other tarot readings, just anything else that makes me happy, etc. So for those who don't know me, I am a intuitive reader, also medium gifted, meaning that I don't need, it means that I can actually channel from divine, pretty much like straight from source. But I like to use tools. So like charms, today I'm going to be using some charms today. Normally I don't really use charms. I don't really have much, but however, Spirit is guiding me to start doing more charm throwing, etc. As well as some letters for some initials, and also for people, places, and things, that type of thing, like, and all that jazz, right? So right now, as far as astrology wise, we are expecting the Taurus new moon on April 22nd, as well as Earth Day, and it's known as Mother Gaia Day, okay? So that's quite important. So that means the divine feminine aspect within us all is going to be coming back. It's going to be rising. Okay, mind you, this season, Aries season, was for the Emperor, which is for divine masculine. So divine masculine ascended masters have been really heavily making their presence known, as far as like learning and teaching us how to embody the new template for the divine masculine light body, etc. So we're just kind of like upgrading, if that makes sense, as well as the divine feminine ascended masters. Is if you've been seeing like the number 13 or 333, 444, that type of stuff, that also represents them coming in and starting to heal, especially with the water energy that I'm feeling. I did mention of Mother Gaia and also other well-known like ascended masters, like for the divine masculines, for example, people would say Jesus or like Yahweh, that type of thing. And then also another thing for Ascended Masters, like as far as male goes, if you guys know Isis and Osiris, so Osiris would be helping the divine masculines and Isis would be helping the divine feminines, as far as like ancient Kemet Egyptian goes. So, and then also they're mentioning like the sisterhood of the rose, if you guys know that, like that's kind of ties into the divine feminine, like initiation phase. Mary Magdalene, Magdalene, I am so sorry if I'm butchering your names. So, but the thing is that they're making their presence known, and so I'm feeling a lot of that healing vibes coming in right now, or motherly vibes, okay? It's a celebration of Mother Gaia, to celebrate the divine feminine in general, to respect her, to uplift her, to cherish that energy that's within us all. So, right now we're going through a heavy ascension symptoms as well as purge symptoms. So especially for the divine feminines, your sacral chakra is heavily affected around this time, as well as divine masculines, because mind you, guys are connected, within the chakra, within the kundalini awakening, especially at the heart mainly, okay? But you guys all separately work on your own things, because you're your own person, your own separate whole person, okay? So moving on, Mercury is in Aries, so that's why you are feeling a little bit of that rampant like speaking, and this is kind of like my house, my thing, because my Mercury is actually in Aries, so I kind of am in my element. But I did realize that things are starting to speed up, as far as like you could be tripping over your words, speaking a little bit faster, could be a little bit more pop offish. So be very mindful of your mouth and what you say. So what you put out there is what you get back, okay? So keep that in mind. Venus, which is the divine feminine energy, is in Gemini, which is an air sign, which is all about the duality, dualistic type of thing. Mind you, 3D is duality, as well as when you go up to the dimensions like 4D, 5D, and above. That's when duality usually just falls away, and you start to accept like that gray area. The colors, other colors revolving, just like how the black and white resembles like the yin and yang. There's a lot more of the spectrum, you know what I mean? So also Gemini represents the twins, so 1111, that type of sign, okay? And also it represents the divine feminines are also in their Queen of Swords mode. So try not to be so guarded, okay? Because I feel like a lot of like deep-rooted things for both the divine masculine and divine feminine are coming up to the surface. Not so pretty things, not so preferable things are coming up in order to be purged and let go, okay? Mind you, Mars, which is the divine masculine energy, is in Aquarius, which is again another air sign. Aquarius represents the star, what represents also old wishes coming true and healing energy. So right now, like I said before, divine masculines are kind of with the ascended masters as far as that goes, and also getting more in touch with their starseed family, their starseed origins, etc. So it's more like that awakening, that 11:11 make a wish type of energy, make a wish upon a star type of energy, you know. Miracles, blessings. So they're kind of going through that stage right now, and that's like that. As much as Aquarius is also an air sign, it also has kind of like that weird water-like energy, because a lot of people like to misinterpret Aquarius as water because of the aqua, you know, that type of thing. But with the star card, I'm also seeing like someone cleansing through water. You know, they're getting more in touch with their divine feminine aspects within themselves as well. So it's that King of Swords energy, learning to speak your truth, learning to be authentic, you know. They're gaining the sword of truth right now, so Archangel Michael and everything like that, and all the archangels are coming in right now. But as far as the next planet goes, Jupiter is going into it has always been in Capricorn for a while now. So what that means is that, you know, when Jupiter and Capricorn work side by side, it's karmic rewards, also amplified karmic rewards, okay? And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, so that Sagittarius energy, that temperance energy is starting to come in right now as well. And then also Saturn, which is the Capricorn energy, is in the house of Aquarius as well as with Mars. So Mars and Saturn are kind of working along together in the house of like Aquarius, and that's ruled by Uranus, okay? So they're really starting to receive a lot of karma is what I'm seeing. So both good and bad, it just depends on your perspective, okay? It's just lessons. Lessons learned. And then Uranus is in Taurus, is going to be in Taurus for a little bit, and Taurus is, you know, kind of falls into that Venus energy, that divine feminine energy. So Uranus is all about that Aquarius energy where you don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of like expect the unexpected. Then Neptune is in Pisces, which is kind of like in her sign. So be aware of illusions. It's that Eight of Swords energy. Mind you, this falls in, I'm in this line as well, where it's so easy to fall into the illusions and the clouded judgment and the cloudiness and the foggy like energy. So try to rise above that, try to see from a higher perspective, try to change your perspective on yourself and others and how you view the world in general, and you're gonna see from like try to see from the view of love rather than fear, is what Spirit is saying, okay? And Pluto, lastly, Pluto, which is Scorpion energy, right? That death energy, as well as transformation. So if you guys been seeing butterflies, that type of thing. Okay, and also as well as the number 13 as well. Okay, and the resurrection. Capricorn. So Pluto has been in Capricorn as well as Jupiter. So, like again, karmic rewards as well as karmic debt being like restored. So balance is being restored right now as far as that goes. Okay, so now that I'm done, I looked at the clock and it's 8:18. Okay, so now that I'm moving on to numerology, I've been seeing 111, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 606, 707, 717, 777, 808, 818, 888, you know, 909, 1010, 1001, 1212, 1221, 121, 4334, 66, 13, 7, 25, 123, 144, 911, and 432. So that's not even all of it, but that's pretty much general of what they've been giving me right now. So I've been really paying attention and kind of tuning into what they've been showing me. But the ones that have been popping up the most is 111, which is that new beginning type of energy, as well as like something like, for me, how I would do 111, I would always say cheer. So it's something to celebrate, like something's coming in, right? As far as like gifts wise. And then 1111 is that awakening, coming into union with thyself, knowing thyself, and also the awakening to this journey as far as the twin flames go. It is a twin flame number as well, but it also represents the first synchronicity that usually you see during your initial awakening, okay? Been seeing 808 and 888. That kind of, I tied into that with the previous videos, representing the Leo energy, the heart chakra, as well as like tying into gridlock points, which is Hawaii, right? And then also I found a little bit more about, 888, which is the more of that wealth and abundance type of energy, kind of falls into the 777. But I'm starting to see or notice that with the heart and the Hawaii thing, I've been getting a lot of Moana, like you guys know the movie Moana, which is kind of like meaning, her name kind of means ocean in a way, or sea. But I've noticed that the heart of Te Fiti, where she had to restore the heart of Te Fiti like it was stolen from her, I feel like that's very symbolic, that the fact that the heart of, Mother Gaia was stolen from her, that it needs to be restored, in order for balance to be restored, okay? Otherwise, there's a bunch of chaos. And it's just like Mother Earth is like purging and crying and pretty much in pain. And it's just recognizing and knowing her name and, showing Earth or Mother Earth love, showing yourself love, others love, So it's like that heart, unconditional love factor and forgiveness. So that's a big thing right now. Also, 66 is a big indicator for balance being restored, as well as reconciliation energy, and it's also a divine masculine number, as well as like, the number 9 is the divine feminine. Okay, cool. So moving on to animals, I've been seeing a lot of whales and dolphins. I did mention, if you guys want to know other previous animals that I've been seeing that ties into previous readings, that's in others. But whales and dolphins in particular, whales representing the divine masculine energy, dolphins representing the divine feminine. And it's so funny because how the divine masculine telepathically would explain it, or how spirit would explain it, is that whales represent the divine masculine because they are typically creatures that take it a little bit more slow. They dive deep and everything like that, very intuitive, very protective and loving creatures, okay? While as dolphins represent the divine feminine energy, which is like that fast, quick, agile, like fun, like, oh my gosh, like play with me, like come play with me, that type of thing. And very lively and just very intellectual and both of them are very ancient beings that tie into Atlantis, Starseeds, So the fact is that they are, as well as turtles too, okay? But they definitely represent the personalities, the two personalities, right? And so the whale will catch up to, the whale can swim fast. It can catch up to the dolphin as well, but, the whale can dive to many deeper aspects that the dolphin can't, okay? Because mind you, whales dive very deep in the inner consciousness. So I feel like divine masculines are learning to dive even more deeper into their inner consciousness, or finding out that they can, that type of thing. So also squirrels, been seeing a lot of squirrels receiving that as well. It represents the divine masculine storing away his nuts. Or at least from the winter time, he's starting to recover and reap the rewards that he hid underneath, how they store nuts away. So now he's starting to reap the rewards of his hard work, pretty much. So I'm seeing that the squirrels are starting to receive that abundance in those gifts right now. Also, butterflies have been a big sign. White butterflies in particular, representing that scorpion energy, 13, that transformation phase, and also the gaining of the wings for both the divine masculine and divine feminine, okay? Also, it kind of ties into the phoenix energy and the snake, which is like that kundalini awakening, that transformation type phase, metamorphosis. Also, I've been receiving a lot of, I've seen a baby butterfly, and I didn't know that was possible, but I think that's pretty rare for me. But I've seen a very tiny, baby butterfly, and I think that's so symbolic that possibly, spiritual babies or people having fertility type energy, people giving birth, etc. Or it could mean that someone just got their wings and they're just learning how to use them, so they're kind of just first starting off on that journey, okay? So they're not quite an adult, they're not a baby, but they're kind of in that mid phase, if that makes sense. And then also foxes I've been receiving for the divine masculine energy. Mind you, K9 energy for divine masculine, divine feminine is feline energy. Foxes, I did say, is about sneaky behavior going on behind the scenes, right? But also I feel like foxes don't have a bad reputation, as well as sharks did, I mentioned that before. But foxes are not supposed to be seen as bad. They're very cunning, very clever, very quick on their feet, that type of thing. So always something up their sleeve, so it's a very great energy to have, that type. Okay, so also I've been seeing a bunch of bees, which represents kind of the divine masculine, as far as worker bees go, but I'm also thinking of the queen bee, which represents the divine feminine energy, and that's kind of that Venus, Oshun, fertility energy that I'm feeling. And I know that Venus retrograde is going to be coming up very soon. I do not know the dates for that. However, I will be doing a separate video on that as well, on a different in a different time, okay? I've been seeing a lot of goldfishes as well, which represents that lucky type of energy. Fishes represent that 777 wealth, abundance, prosperity type of thing, and also luck. But goldfishes also makes me think of memories. So it makes me think that someone who was in an amnesia-like state for a while is now starting to wake up to past memories or possibly past lives or just gifts that they didn't really recognize before, but they're now waking up to that as well. So that's a great sign. Okay, and then also the Fae. A lot of people are kind of scared of the Fae. People like to say don't work with the Fae because they can be quite tricksters or tricky, you know, that type of thing. But it just depends on what people believe. I think that we should not fear anything and that we shouldn't think that everything is bad. Just like a lot of people think that dragons are bad and everything like that, or evil. I don't think that. I think that not all dragons are bad and not all Fae are bad either. Okay, but use discernment. Okay, so just like you use discernment in this world, it's important to use discernment and have boundaries in the spirit world. I just want to make that clear. Okay, having boundaries, healthy boundaries on both ends. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you guys, okay? And then also, I've been seeing a lot of blue birds, which is like blue jays or stellar jays around here. So that also ties into the receiving of communication, also the throat chakra, the opening of the throat chakra. So as we enter into Taurus season, that is the representation of the throat and the neck. So we're going to start using our throat chakra a lot more, but then it's going to be a little bit tricky, right? Because Mercury retrograde starts coming around Gemini season. So that is going to put a little bit of a damper onto our communication, but it's not so bad. So don't fear Mercury retrograde. It can teach us many lessons, okay? But it also means people, places, and things coming back from the past, which is that ties into that Six of Cups type of energy, okay? And then also been seeing starfishes and bears. So starfish represents the star energy, which is change, conflict that comes with change, 555 energy, transformation. Also shine your light, not dim to fit in. Okay, and then also it takes extreme darkness in order for you to shine your light. So recognize that we both need light and dark in order to create balance. And bears represent that unconditional love aspect, you know, strength, etc. And also going into that cave hibernation mode. But right now, since it's spring season, bears are starting to waken up and come out of their cave. Okay. So symbols that I've been seeing quite a bit that I've been receiving are rain and waterfall synchronicity. So rain, it actually just rained. It's been raining all day today. And it was actually really sunny yesterday, so it was completely random. But I do realize that rain is needed because it helps to cleanse away, and I do actually collect rainwater. Actually, this is snow water, so I'll tie into that, but I do have snow water right here, but rainwater is back there. So I use that for like spiritual baths and cleansing, or for certain other things, you know, that type of, or anointments. So, yeah, it's all about cleansing, washing away. You could possibly be crying quite a bit and purging quite a bit through the tears and letting go. Also, rain could represent being like drowned in emotions, feeling your emotions and not rejecting them. So, it's that ego death process going on right now. As well as waterfall. Waterfall represents for me like meditation, like meditating underneath a waterfall, gaining insights, etc. As well as like that cleansing energy, purification, that type of thing. So, connecting with water, which is that Mother Gaia, that Mother Yemoja energy as well, which is healing. That ties into oceans and rivers as well. Okay, rivers, which is always flowing, going many different paths, having many different choices. I've also been connecting, like I said, with snow. I've heard that it's been snowing in other areas, and it kind of surprised me because, you know, but then at the same time not, because we're in spring, but the fact that it's starting to snow in certain areas, I've heard that it just surprises me. So there's something having to do with snow. Snow kind of ties into that death energy as well as that stillness. It's like cold, not much movement or growth, stagnation, but it's just the illusion of that. I feel like that's the illusion of that. Also tying to the bells, the gold bells that I've been seeing, that ties into, not only does it mean judgment and Archangel Gabriel sounding the horn, but it also means cat bells, so it means protection. And also ties into witch bells, so a lot of people, like a lot of brujas or like witches, like to tie bells around their doorknobs to signify, like to create energy movement, you know, and to signify protection in your home, you know, for any spirits to walk through, etc. So bells, like a lot of clairaudient abilities being heard, as well as music. So pay attention to music and signs through music. So spirit, and also if you have a counterpart as far as the twin flame journey, pay attention to lyrics of music. I have a twin flame playlist underneath in my description box that is channel music between the divine masculine and divine feminine energy. However, if you guys want to do meditation and sleep music and like high frequency music, I also have a playlist of many different of that as well below. So if you guys want to meditate and get into that, or play that while you're sleeping or doing your baths or anything like that, to get rid of negative energy, etc., all of that is in the link below. So pay attention and work on that clairaudient ability. Okay, dice I've been receiving that goes and ties into the lucky synchronicities and the roll of the dice. So in order to win, you have to play it in order to. Also, dice for me represents like chances, taking chances. Also, dice is. It reminds me of like that Aquarius energy. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like expect the unexpected. And also, for me, people used to tie dices on, back in the day, people used to tie dices onto their mirrors in their car. So I'm seeing that right now too. For flowers, I've been seeing a lot of pink flowers. Of course, I've always seen sunflowers and roses. Those are my favorite. But pink tulips in particular, with representation of spring, also unconditional love. It's also a symbol from Spirit saying, I love you. If you have a counterpart, it's also a way of them saying, I love you. You know, that type of thing. Cherry blossoms, yes. And then again, with the clovers, been receiving a lot of dandelions, like making a wish. And then weeds. A lot of people like to consider certain flower, like for me, us as humans, we like to put labels on things, I guess, in order to communicate and understand, right? But in the spirit realm, we don't usually use, it's like a universal language, you know? But but in the human world, it's like we have labels for things, right? And so sometimes we can consider things certain weeds and then certain things flowers. However, it's just a perspective type of thing. Like for me, I consider certain weeds to be flowers and not weeds at all. It just depends on your perspective. It's like things that are just more beneath the surface. Okay, so the need for perspective change is very heavy around this time, and to get out of that illusionment. Also, connecting with music, try dancing, try moving your body. I've been seeing a lot of ballerina synchronicities as well. So I love ballet and everything like that. I've always wanted to get into ballet, so I just started teaching myself, and I've always been like that since a young child. And I did dabble into hula. I did do hula, so I've been actually dancing and practicing that as well. So just moving my body, and that's also a way to express yourself in order to get some of that energy out, to transmute some of that negative energy, not negative, I wouldn't call it negative or positive, but just heavy energy that you could be holding on. It helps to purge that out when you do dance or listen to music or sing your heart out. So make sure you provide time for that. Since we're like in quarantine, you can have all the time in the world to dance in your underwear in your room and sing your heart out to karaoke, all right? Don't be afraid to just be yourself. Okay, and then Lionsgate, there's something going on in Lionsgate, and seeing that ties into the 888 energy, so, and the lion synchronicity. So a significant with the portal going on this year, between Cancer season and Leo season, there's a big shift I feel like is happening, and it always happens around that time usually, especially when we go into eclipse season. So pay attention to the eclipse as well. So certain things, yeah, the eclipse, there's something to have to do with the eclipse as well. I did mention that within like the Twilight series, you know, with the sun and moon meets. It's very significant. Last but least, I'm going to talk about the ships. I've been seeing a lot of ships, sailboats, boats, and stuff like that. Pirate boats, pirate ships. So that ties into the Treasure Planet synchronicities at the beginning, a Disney movie that's very underrated, but please check out Treasure Planet. And I feel like that ties into the divine masculine energy at this current point in time and how they're feeling. And I feel like that would actually help with a lot of divine, like younger divine masculine energy. As I don't think so. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with Spirit right now. Spirit's like saying it can apply to especially younger divine masculines, but I was trying to say I feel like it can apply to all ages. So it doesn't matter how old you are. You can receive messages and some good insight from the movie Treasure Planet. So, and that ties into with the treasure, like and the compasses that I've been seeing, and it's like how the divine masculine is on a journey and to finding himself, as well as finding this planet that's full of treasure and gold. And so when he comes to find out that not all that glitters is gold, okay? So it's not all about the material things in life and everything like that. There's more to life than just what's on the physical, okay? And also to keep in mind, Spirit is saying that you take nothing with you physically here on this physical plane. You take nothing with you but your soul, the experiences, and the love that you received within this lifetime. You take that with you when you transition. You don't take these physical things, okay? So these things are not what's important. It can always be replaced. It can always be transmuted to something else, okay? But you need to figure out, like we need to figure out what's truly important rather than what's on the physical plane. And what spirituality is all about is believing and having faith in things that you cannot see and things that you cannot prove, things that are like, that goes beneath the surface, okay? A lot of people like to think the 4D and that the dream state is just the dream state, but I think the dream state and the 4D and the astral realm and everything is more truth than what we are on this physical plane on the 3D, okay? So anywho, I'm going to jump in and end this here, and I'm going to start... I'm so sorry. They're telling me, as far as music, to recommend that for channeled music that's been popping up the most. For the Divine Masculines, J. Cole, Dreams. So, if you guys know, J. Cole, Dreams, I'll play this at the end of the video. As well as... Cats Meow by Barbie. Okay, don't judge me. I've been getting a lot of Barbie, Disney type of synchronicity, a lot of kid synchronicity, because they want me to connect with more of my inner child and kind of like deal with my inner child right now. So that could that could resonate with someone out there. But the Cats Meow by Barbie, I'm gonna play that, and that's the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine, and then Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine is the J. Cole Dreams. Okay, so. Okay, I'm gonna jump in, do a reading, and after that, I wish you well on your way. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Cheyenne with Sugarmoon. How are you guys all doing? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world right now. Currently, I am going to jump in and do a quick general reading for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energy. Mind you, we are both twin flames is a label, so don't put too much emphasis on the label, and just, whatever feels right is the right thing, okay? Trust your intuition and your gut, okay? Also, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine does not apply to any genders. Energy is fluid, okay? And when I call it signs, it doesn't mean it has to be within your chart. It's just the overall energy that I'm pulling for the person or you, or just the overall energy that I'm pulling for the journey, okay? So whatever applies, applies. So it's a general reading, may not resonate, that type of thing. Just whatever doesn't, throw it out. Don't force it. Before I even start, Spirit wanted, this is so old, Spirit wanted me to recommend some books that kind of ties into the journey going on right now. This is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So this kind of ties into the, Venus, Divine Feminine energy, and then the men. Mind you, remember I said gender doesn't matter, so don't pay attention to this, okay? It can be either or. But Mars representing the Divine Masculine energy. And this is my mother's book, my parents' book. And they received this. This is just let me see. Okay. It's a practical guide for improving communication and getting what you want in your relationships. So, it's pretty much having to improve communication. That kind of ties into what this is, which is the 5 love languages, but this is the men's edition. It's how to express communication or commitment to your mate. So this can really this is actually good information as for me, for a Divine Feminine, to get into more of the mentality or the heart process or the healing process that the masculines go through. And also it ties into the fact that since Divine Masculines are from Mars and Divine Feminines are from Venus, you guys speak total different languages. So when you guys meet up, the only language that you guys can understand is the language of love. Okay? True, unconditional love. Everything else goes out the window. Okay? So when you guys are not on that vibration, you're not speaking through that, then it just sounds like a complete foreign language when you guys try to speak with one another. So if you find you guys have miscommunications, you guys have fights because you guys misinterpret with what one says, depending on your different life experiences and how you grew up, it's more so like realizing that a lot of the times it's not a lot of the things outside of the connection that destroys the relationship, neither the communication, okay? It's more the comprehension, learning to comprehend what the other person or your partner is saying to you, okay? Because you can communicate all you want, but what good does it do if you guys can't understand what you guys are communicating? So it's important to learn your guys' love language. Do you guys show love through action? Do you guys show love through actually speaking out? Because mind you, divine feminines to divine masculine, they like it when divine masculines can communicate and can express outwardly with their throat chakra on how much they love them, even though it might seem annoying to the divine masculines, like saying, well, she should know that I love her already, I don't have to say it all the time, right? That type of thing. But no, divine feminines like reassurance. It's just a thing. It just depends on people's love languages. Like, they like to express love through words. Some like to do it through writing. Some like to do it through acts of kindness, as far as like, did you eat today? Let me draw you a bath. Would you like me to rub your feet? Would you like a massage? That those are things that, something that the divine masculine would do, like would show love through action. But however, that can be misinterpreted in the divine feminine's part, saying, well, it's great and all, but does he love me? That type of thing. So it's not assuming that the other partner knows what you're saying or that where you're coming from. It's being able to communicate and also to discern what the other person is saying, okay? And being open to express that, not being afraid to express that, okay? Because mind you, divine masculines are afraid to express that love, to outwardly open their throat chakra. That's where they have the most issues, because of past experiences, because of past hurt. And also for the fact that, especially within, I'm applying to, they felt like they couldn't speak their truth. They felt like they had to shut up, or that they weren't heard, or that there was no use in speaking their truth anyway, because it wouldn't change a thing, which is totally wrong. That kind of falls into the illusionment the Neptune illusionment that we've been falling for, that Eight of Swords energy, okay? So I like that I put this in this as my little divination box now. Oh my gosh, I split the deck. It's the Star. It's that Aquarius energy. Mind you, Mars are in Aquarius right now, which is the divine masculine energy. If you guys haven't seen my previous video regarding the astrology energy update, oh my gosh, a new beginning. Look at that. Passion, like, oh my gosh. So I explained a little bit about the astrology and the energy update and the symbols that I've been receiving. So if you feel guided to, I would really go and check out part 1 of this, and it will make a lot more sense, and it ties into what this reading is going to talk about, okay? This is a reading for the new moon in Taurus, as well as Earth Day, and pretty much, oh yeah, it's 420 weekend as well, so happy 420. So I just kind of want to check on what's going on with the journey right now as far as divine masculine, divine feminine goes. Okay. Oh my gosh, Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So like I said, Mars is in Aquarius energy. Venus is also in Gemini. Okay, mind you, I don't read reversals unless guided to. This is someone rushing in. I've also been receiving a lot of horse synchronicities. And this is like that, oh my gosh, that sword synchronicity, like they're, what is it, going through initiation, when a knight kind of gets initiated, that type of thing from the Ascended Master. So I feel like Archangel Michael, like they want to rush in, like someone wants to rush in, right? One thing that popped out was the Ten of Swords, and I did talk about the Ten of Swords energy, feeling like a complete death, feeling like completely done with this journey, feeling like you want to give up, feeling like you got that last sword going through your back. So it's like that immense pain, depression energy, as well as Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from people, places, and things, as well as Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, that water energy. Also, this ties into the moon. I did mention this is the new moon Taurus reading as well. So this ties into the astrological events. You could be seeing 1010, which represents the end of a cycle and a start of a new one. So it's great that the Ten of Swords popped out, and that we are hitting the Ten of Swords energy for both the divine masculine and divine feminine, because usually when this happens, it means that you're going to the next stage, which is starting all over again, okay? So it's like a completion of a cycle. We're starting to end that, and the end of running in our thoughts, overthinking, jumping to conclusions, creating up scenarios that are not true, etc. All of that's going to be starting to come to an end pretty soon, okay? And the full moon in Libra was helping us, because that's an air sign, mind you, the Libra, was helping us to purge and let go of these things that were hidden deep within us in order for it to come out. So you may be feeling tired, going through insomnia, just feeling like complete death. Possibly if you are having suicidal thoughts and ideations, I really strongly encourage you to call 911 or go into emergency hospice, that type of thing. But if not, I encourage you that there's many things and places online, resources online, especially counseling online, that you can go on and actually do counseling online for free, as well as paid services as well. So if you feel like you're really suffering, you need someone to talk to, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, go ahead and seek that help, or ask for help when needed, okay? So, cool. I'm going to go ahead and ask the Lenormand to clarify a little bit more. So I'm going to tap into the Divine Masculine energy. What is going on with you at this current point in time? I really... Oh my gosh, mice, or rats. Also, this is the year of the rat in the Chinese zodiac, which is a representation of one energy, the start of a new beginning. Oh my gosh, look at that, Divine Masculine, the Aries energy, start of a new beginning. So, Divine Masculine, I already feel your energy wanting to come out now. So, Divine Masculine. Oh my gosh, remember when I said I was seeing ships and boats and pirate ships? Oh my goodness. So this, if you guys know what I'm talking about, coming back from my part 1, I did reference the Divine Masculines are kind of resonating with the Treasure Planet movie, and this is all about the Divine Masculine journey, finding of self, finding that, you know, that it's not about material things, it's not about the physical. You know, physical, yes, it is part of it, you know, part of the circle, part of the process, because we have to balance out between spirituality and practicality, mind you, but also for the fact that divine masculines have been in practicality mode their whole life. So when it comes to being up in the ethers right now, this is something new. And that's kind of resulting from you, Divine Feminine, that you're helping with that. So you guys are connecting on the 5D realm as well. And this represents travel, wanting to come forward towards you. So kind of like that ship energy, you being the lighthouse, or following, you know, voyagers back then used to follow compasses and following the North Star in order to lead their way home, which is you, Divine Feminine. Also realization, Divine Masculines, you are always home no matter where you go in the world, okay? Just as much as Divine Feminine is home, you are home to her or him just as well. So this is beautiful energy, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the lady with the rose. So this is the Divine Feminine energy. This is 29, which reduces to 11. Okay, so this is like the twin flame number as well. So I see Divine Feminine, it could be like writing or having Book of Secrets, knowledge. It's like that High Priestess energy. I'm going to pull one more for the Divine Masculine, and then I'm going to go into the Divine Feminine. One more from you, Divine Masculine. What's going on with you currently? Or anything that Spirit wants to say to Divine Masculine as far as advice-wise, you know, as far as next move. Oh, oh my goodness, remember when I said I'm seeing dandelions and clovers? And I did mention that Mars is in Aquarius, which is all about that star energy. We did see the star, which is that following that North Star home. This is also 2, which is that, for me, this is like it reminds me of 2 of Cups, and then the 6, which is representation of the Divine Masculine number, as well as balance being restored, reconciliation, etc. Or people, places, and things coming from the past, okay? Also, clovers is a sign of luck. You know, old wishes coming true. If you've been also this right here, when you make a wish, you blow these out, you know, and it carries it off to the universe. So, old prayers and wishes. So right now, they're kind of, you know, fulfilling that. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is 1, which is their... Remember what I said about 111, which is that new beginning energy? You guys are connecting on that rainbow bridge. You guys are connecting from the 5D to the 3D. and merging together. This is also that white horse, a message coming through as well, because I see that you guys are both, you know, you guys are both on this ride together, I see. Okay, so that's cool. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. What is going on with you? From Spirit. Any advice from Spirit? Spirit guides. For Divine Feminine. I don't think the Divine Feminine wants to speak today, honestly. Okay. Spoke so soon. Wow. Okay, the white owl, which is a representation of the Divine Feminine. If you've been seeing white owls, that's also intuitive knowing, which is that high priestess energy I was referring to. So it's that ancient knowledge, trying, like, kind of uncovering truths that are hidden beneath the surface. I did mention within previous video about mountains and the significance of mountains and feeling like you're climbing a mountain. Also, right here we have the stag, which is the representation of the Divine Masculine, which is a male deer. Okay. Also, it could represent Divine Feminine as well. Like, you guys feel like you're on this long, big journey, okay? But the thing, yeah, you guys are both on this journey. You feel like there's a lot of blockages or things that are blocking you, which is really just an illusion as well. This is also a mirror number, so we have 2112, or if you've been seeing the numbers 1221, that is also a synchronicity that you guys have been mirroring one another in that aspect energetically. You can get through any adversity. So when I see the 8, it reminds me of the 8 of Swords. So it's the illusion that this is what's blocking the journey, but it's for you to dive deep and actually use your intuition. Okay, use your crown chakra, use that inner knowledge that you have underneath it all in order for you to determine that you can move any obstacle, you can move any mountain. You're that powerful, okay? Recognize your worth and your power. And that, 1221, like I said, is that mirrored energy. I also have a video previously about 1221, which is about the heart. My heart is melting. So I will link that in the comments below if people haven't seen that. But that's been popping up in my recommended lately for some reason. It's a past video, but it's 1221. My heart is melting, and I feel like the Divine Masculine's heart, or the opening of the heart chakra is happening right now underneath it all. Okay, so I'm going to jump in for the spirit animals. Oh my gosh, I split the deck and it's the horse! And number 33, which is the Ascended Masters, both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Ascended Masters coming through in order to help you guys on this journey. And freedom is yours, so you're free. You're free to choose the path that brings the most happiness. You're free to choose the path of love rather than fear, okay? Don't be, oh my gosh, rabbit spirit. Fertility energy. Possibly pregnancy, so be careful if you do not want to get pregnant, okay? Oh gosh, I love that I keep splitting this deck and it's like new animals every time. It's the stag that I was just seeing. So emphasis on this 21 card right here. Okay, so take the lead. So right now, right now, the Divine Masculines are learning to take the lead on this journey. It's their turn to now come forth and to, make things right. Oh, goodness gracious. If not, if it applies to Divine Feminine, vice versa, because mind you, it's not always Divine Masculine who's always, fucking up on this journey. You guys are both responsible for each other's actions, behaviors, etc. So, just as much as, Divine it's like a double whammy, or a boomerang effect. When you hurt your counterpart, you're basically hurting yourself. Oh my goodness, Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery, number 8. 8 is that Leo cat energy, feline energy, so this ties into the feline, Divine Feminine energy, as well as infinity signs, so infinite abundance, wealth, prosperity, as well as the heart, the heart chakra being open. I was listening to Pocahontas not too long ago, and it was the song Colors of the Wind, and she mentioned of the bobcat, like, do you know the bobcat grin or something like that? So if you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and listen to Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind. That will really tie into what I'm speaking about. And also this ties into the Lionsgate energy that I'm referring to, something going on with Lionsgate. Okay? Oh, that was my fault. Spirit, what's going on with the journey as far as that goes? So I feel like this is like definitely ties into the journey. I'll be taking 2 more. Oh my goodness, guys, this is so cute. Remember when I said K9 is for divine masculine? So if you guys been seeing dogs, and oh my goodness, dogs represent the divine masculine energy, also loyalty, compassion, companionship, etc. And also it represents that friend energy, like, you know, they show unconditional love. Like dogs, that's all they know is unconditional love. So it's speaking, he's learning to speak the language of love in order to communicate with you, you know. Also 10, which is this end of a cycle thing going on. So he's reaching that end point in order to start a brand new one. So be loyal to what you love, okay? So I see that you guys are so cute, that you guys are both showing that right now. And then we have the deer spirit, which is kind of like the divine feminine energy. I like how there's a sequence of 18 and 19 going on right here. That's cool. So, and then this is the female deer, and we have the stag, so we have counterparts right here. Bring a gentle touch. So divine feminines, I guess Spirit is saying that it's time to be more compassionate and more forgiving, to forgive yourself and to forgive the divine masculine for the past mistakes, etc. It doesn't mean that you have to accept this person back into your life. However, that is up to you. You have free will. However, just know that at least be open to hear out, at least be open to receive if that is what you want, okay? If not, then being able to communicate your truth and to be gentle and not so in that Queen of Swords mode and not like trying to hurt someone with your words. That's what Spirit's saying. Try not to use your words and your mouth for the wrong reasons, okay? Be very mindful of that. Also, we have the Fox Spirit when I split the deck, and that's number 27, which is a 9, and this is think on your feet. Oh my gosh, I just said that they're quick and they're quick on their feet. Okay, so this ties into the divine masculine energy right now, so there's things going on behind the scene that you're not aware of. However, a lot of the times we like to assume that the fox spirit is trickster and everything like that. Yeah, they can be very tricky and clown-like, okay? However, foxes are very cunning and they're very smart, and it's more than just meets the eye, and we give foxes a bad reputation, kind of like the divine masculine. He's known for having, what, a bad reputation, pretty much. But it goes both ways, all right? So Spirit is saying, you know, it's important not to jump to conclusions. I always say that. And I've really been tested, and I've been learning that within this past... Oh my gosh, that's my fault. Oh my gosh, the fact that it flipped over and there's the koi fish, though. That's really significant. All right, Spirit. One more, please. I'll take one more. Ah. Aww. The giraffe spirit, number 29. And that's the number 11 card. So this is really emphasis to you guys. Giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. So this is all about seeing from a bigger picture, seeing from above, this storm above, from a higher standpoint, okay? Not from a point of ego, not from a point of fear, seeing from a point of love, you know? So, like I said, it's important not to assume and jump to conclusions when you don't have the full story. It's important to see from a different perspective. Change your perspective if that's revolving around you or your counterpart, etc. Make sure that you're gentle with yourself as well. Like, be more kind to yourself. Say more loving things to yourself, because trust me, when you're in this Ten of Swords energy, you're not feeling... I don't think... That's when you really have to be gentle on yourself, okay? That's what Spirit is saying. Ten of Swords, really be gentle on yourself. Heal, okay? Give yourself time to heal. Okay, I'm going to jump in and then I'm going to end this off with the Oracle cards. I'm going to throw a couple of charms and end it off there. Okay. Oh my gosh, I split the deck. This is Sacred Union. It's that 11-11 energy that I was feeling. Oh my gosh, if you guys are going into union or any of that, or you guys are going into union, etc., or in communication, mind you, there's a difference between reunion and actual union. But if you guys are, like, Congratulations. If not, don't feel bad, okay? Don't feel bad that you're not in communication or that you're not in union, all right? Everybody is on separate parts of the journey, and that we should not be comparing our journey to others in this process, okay? We all signed up for different experiences, so pay attention and stay in your own lane. That's what Spirit's saying. Okay, try to focus on just your journey, not what others are doing. And wish well for others. Be happy for others, because when one succeeds, we all succeed, right? That's what Spirit's saying. Be happy, rejoice, celebrate as if it's your own union when someone comes into union. Okay. I'm going to ask for one more. One more. One more. These are beautiful cards. That flew out. Oh, that's beautiful. It came out with my Instagram post that I made. Okay, this is great because it ties into Starseeds as well, especially if you have Starseed origins like Ancient Kemet, Atlantis, Pleiadians, Sirius, Arcturians, Mintonkins, Lemurians, all that stuff. So this applies to, especially when you have past lives together, you guys are starting to connect to that as well. So the first to pop up is this one, the one card. Oh, I love that. Which is the emphasis of the new beginning coming in. If you guys been seeing dolphins, it's a reminder. Oh, there's a ship too! If you guys been seeing dolphins and stuff, it's a reminder from Spirit to really start being more in your playful type energy, starting to embrace more of your inner child, okay? Listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. Okay, so that means that instead of listening with your actual ears or listening just to respond, listen to actually take in. Listen to actually like process, all right? And also, if you're paying attention clairaudiently, you could be receiving signs or synchronicities from Spirit as well as your divine counterpart, okay? Pay attention to also the music as well, because that also ties into channeled messages between you both. Okay, we also have number 2. Oh my gosh, I love this sequence of just going like with the 18 and 19 with the deer. This is what it reminds me of. You see? With the moving forwards, movement forward happening, quick movement forward. So this is like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So it means like be careful what you put out there. If you're putting out more hate and everything, you're going to receive hate, etc., or fear back. However, you're putting out love and you're having faith and everything like that, then you're going to receive love back, okay? And then also, this reminds me of the butterflies that I've been seeing, which is that transformation energy. So this is all about growing, transformation, rebirth process. So you started off as a small seed when you were planted, and now you're growing into this beautiful butterfly, this beautiful goddess, the merging of the lower self and the higher self, the merging of the ego and the intuition, you know, the releasing of the ego. Also, number 40, which is the Starseed card for me, which is be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So it means the more that you stay present, the more presence that you receive. I did mention this within the previous videos. Also, you are the star, both you, divine masculine, divine feminine. So shine your light bright and don't dim to fit in. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to stand out like an eyesore. And like I said, it takes extreme darkness in order for you to be seen. And you see how there's a rainbow color aura right now. So the awakening of the chakras and the connection of the chakras, right? Especially with the crown chakra, I'm seeing the violet color, like you having crown chakra activations, you connecting to source. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull some charms for this reading for another clarification. Oh, that was loud. Ah, that rolled out. Okay. Wow, that's actually my Neptune illusion ball. So this is like not falling for illusions. It's that watery energy as well. So what came out? Oh my goodness. So remember, this is the icy heart when I mentioned that the ice heart is melting now. So if you haven't seen the 1221 video, they're emphasizing that the melting of the heart, the opening of the heart chakra is happening right now. You guys are mirroring one another. As well as I see that I've been connecting with shells. Oh my goodness. I also have shells right here. So this is listening, opening up, being open to listen. Okay. Also ties to Atlantis for Starseeds, connections to the ocean, being open to receiving Mother Gaia or Mother Yamaja's healing energy to heal, right? Feel your emotions in order to heal. Feel to heal. This is also angels. So angels, angelic beings, higher dimensional beings, especially ascended masters, are assisting you guys in this situation, as well as protection, right? So if you've been seeing the numbers 444, 333, that's what that ties into, as well as the bell, which is the judgment, and all about, you know, Archangel Gabriel is what is tying into right here, what he's coming into, and it's all about being able to hear clairaudiently, and also answering to the call, which could be a physical call, like an actual call, or an actual answering to the call, which is your life purpose. Also, the lock came out. Oh my gosh, I just realized, guys, that we have 2 hearts right here. So yes, you guys are mirroring one another, and this is a pink heart. So you're melting, and you're coming into this, which is this right here, the unconditional love, okay? That is beautiful. I love that. Oh my gosh. And then we have the lock, which is, I feel like we have a missing key. So this is a thing where there's hidden information. You see that? Hidden information that needs to be uncovered, locked knowledge that's away, stored away underneath the surface. So dive deep in order to figure that out, find that out, okay? As well as right here we have, oh, beautiful, the ring, which represents the union, also commitment as well, okay? Marriages as well, like, and also I got the love thing. It says passionate feelings, affection for another person. So the love card came out here. Remember when I said unconditional love? This is beautiful, guys. So there's so much loving energy right here from spirit, as well as the divine counterpart. So keep that in mind. All right. Have more faith in yourself. Just know that the missing key, that means that there's still a key, like certain things that still need to be unlocked right now. So all of this will happen in divine timing. Okay. So, these initials, if they resonate, here's a B, an S, a K, and a V. So, if any of that resonates, I'm just going to let you, let me see if they wanted me to point out anything else. Oh yes, the bear that came out. Oh my gosh, I did mention that I've been seeing bears, which this ties into the unconditional love aspect. Oh my gosh, that's so cute, guys. And also that is the coming out of the cave, awakening, right? Coming out the cave, coming out, being able to shine, not being afraid to shine, coming out of the being hidden. I feel like divine masculine is also saying divine feminine, like you're meant to shine too, like I see you as the star as well, like don't hide yourself, as well as divine masculines. The removal of the mask. Okay, much love to you guys. I'm going to end it off here. Stay safe, okay? And I still send you guys off on your way, all right? And much love to you. Peace.